Are we teaching the truth in love? Telling it like it is. Are we holding pure motives, showing that we care? Are we teaching the truth?
Good morning. I'm Dave Stidham, and I'm the minister for the Central Church of Christ of Flagler County, and we want to welcome you to Moments in His Word. God has really blessed me over the last few weeks that I've had the opportunity to do lots of traveling. I've been in Ireland for 11 days and then come home for only 6 days, and I'm in the beautiful country of Honduras. We've had the opportunity to go to La Esperanza, and as you can see now, we're in La Ceiba. And so I want to spend some time with you talking about the presence of God, and I want to involve some of my brothers and sisters from the church here in La Ceiba. Thank you for joining us.
Somebody is hungry, somebody's in pain, somebody sleeps alone in fear, somebody's in chains, somebody needs a friend to lean on, somebody's not there, somebody's looking at the end, somebody's in prayer, praying, Abba, Father, take me higher, Abba, Father.
Hey guys, I'm so glad to run into you. In my travels over the last few weeks, a thing has really started concerning me. Because I see Christians, when they travel, they're not always the Christians that they should be. And that causes me to grieve. And it makes me, does that concern you as well?
Yeah, it worries me that when I get into different groups of people and I cannot be light enough, I cannot shine enough that people can notice who I believe.
Yeah. One of the things that I've run into is it's almost like as soon as we get on vacation, our Christianity gets on vacation. We don't have to be as moral as we used to be, or as we are at home.
Like we were trying to hide from God, just because sometimes we believe that God is not with us except at home.
That's just what I'm thinking. That's just my concern, is that it's almost as if, you know, God can't see us. One of the things that I was thinking about is we sometimes treat God like a parent. So when we do something good, we want to point it out to God. Hey God, look what I did here. You know, and so we expect that God's going to reward us with a special prayer or some extra blessing. But when it comes to time that we just not act like a Christian, we think we can get by with it like we do with our moms and dads. Have you ever got by with something with your mom and dad? You don't have to go. Don't tell him if you don't want him to hear. But have you, Jovan, have you ever got by with something that your mom didn't know about? Yeah, of course. You know, we do that.
Not only one.
Yeah, we can do it with our parents. And they never know.
Yeah, we definitely can't live because it's always around us. And it would not be nice. Like, I see that people come and they are on vacations and they're like on vacation with God at the same time, right?
Yeah, you see it here because La Ceiba is a vacation town. You know, we're right here on the beach, and so you see the people come here, and they act in a different way than what they would ever act at home.
You know, it reminds me, Jeremiah chapter 23 because it talks about how you can hide from God. In verse 24 it says, who can hide from the Lord?
Yeah, I love that verse because actually Jeremiah he's got the difficult job of telling the children of Israel that they are on the wrong path and destruction's coming. And so God is actually mad at the children of Israel there. Man, I wouldn't want to be in that position.
That's the perception for some people to think that God is always just looking at you to see what you do wrong and it's wrong and see God in that way.
That's exactly right, because we think God is the punisher. A lot of times, new Christians or people that don't know who God is, they think God is the God that's going to smack them down. One of the things that bothers me, I think that we sometimes act like we can put on Christianity and take off Christianity like it's a coat of some sort. And so when we want to act right, we put on our Christian suit and we're, I'm the good old Christian.
Like when we go out and eat, you know, we can see, you know, that sometimes with your family, at home, inside your house, you pray before meeting. But when you're in the restaurant, it has to be the same. It has to be the same at home, wherever you go.
What do you think the difference is? Why do you think we act differently sometimes when we're not in our normal routine?
I think because our conviction of who is really God and his capacity to be everywhere and anywhere at the same time, sometimes we don't realize that's true.
Hey, Mario, would you mind asking Marlon what he thinks about it? Ask him in Spanish, why do we act differently?
Dice el hermano que por qué actuamos a veces como que nos ponemos o nos quitamos la sangre cristiana.
Tratamos de cumplir o agradar a alguien, no agradar a Dios. Por ejemplo, estaba pensando en esto cuando mencionan cuando oramos para comer en la casa, pero también se da otro de los casos cuando los muchachos salen a las universidades. Por ejemplo, en su casa son unas personas, pero fuera de su casa son otras. En las universidades, por ejemplo, cuando ellos van a estudiar, conocen a otras personas, se relacionan con otras personas, entonces eso cambia o demuestra, más bien dicho, su verdadero interior.
He said that most of the time it's because we try to please somebody or something. Like when you are praying for the food and you're at home, you want to please your parents, making sure that they can see you follow them. Or when you go to school or when you go to college, because nobody's looking at you, you can do whatever you want. So that's one of the reasons that he said why sometimes I act like that.
Most of the time, I believe this is a result, this attitude is a result of the way how parents raise children. Sometimes we're blamed for that, for growing this attitude in our kids.
I think you're absolutely right.
Authenticity, isn't it?
Authenticity. That's you know, the thing is, I think is that
To be authentic.
we don't make God real in not only our children's lives, but in our own lives. You know, that we believe that God's at some far off place. But what I have learned that no matter where I travel, no matter where I go, whatever situation it is, God has already beat me there. He's there waiting for me when I step off the plane. He's there when I step off the boat. He's there when I come and I think I'm in my secret place. He's there.
Above all powers, above all keys, above all
God tells him, where can you go that I don't know where you are? Where can you do? There's no place you can go. And he's telling them as a warning. And sometimes we need a warning. I know that there was times in my life I needed God to say, you can't do that because I'm seeing you. And that's what I teach Dustin is, you know, God, if nobody else knows, you know and God knows.
Yes.
And so,
I mean, we can lie, we can hide from people, but we cannot lie and hide from Him.
you're right.
He's always
You're right.
with us. He's always in control of our lives, and wherever we go, He's coming with us. So it's not like we're gonna be leaving Him aside, right? And okay, I'm taking vacations. You stay here while I do whatever I want in another place. Then I'll come back to you.
It reminds me of Elijah. Remember the story of Elijah? He was in the cave. Why was Elijah in the cave? Who knows?
He was there because he was he was scared.
Yeah.
Was hiding from
He was
God.
hiding.
Yeah, hiding from God.
Yeah.
You know?
He didn't want to go and do God's job.
Yeah, because Jezebel was after him and was going to kill him. He thought he was the only prophet left. And God says what to him? What are you doing in the cave, Elijah? I can just picture it. Hiding in the cave.
You're not seeing it.
and God saying, why are you
You
there?
can run,
Why
but you can hide. You
know,
can't hide.
We're talking about hiding from God. You know, and how impossible that is. And we were just talking about Elijah and how he tried to hide from God. But God wasn't after Elijah to punish him, was he? No. Elijah was actually going to benefit from God, because God wanted Elijah to know that he wasn't the last one, that there was many others, 7,000 others that were faithful to him, and that he was going to send him a helpmate. And the thing that is funny about Elijah that I identify with, Elijah does exactly what I would do. You know, if Mother would come up to me and say, why are you hiding from me? You know, what would your first response be? No, okay, I'm scared, but I've been doing good things. You know? I've been doing the right things. I've done nothing wrong. You know,
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. That's exactly right. And so that's what Elijah starts off. But God doesn't want to hear Elijah's excuse that he's been very zealous. He wants to help Elijah. And that's what we need to remember, that wherever we go, it's not the God of punishment that's wanting us to put on our Christian coat, but it's a God that wants to help us should we need help, guidance, and love, and support. That's the God that we serve. And I think that's what we need to let people know, that it's important, because God doesn't want anything to separate us.
And he's a gentleman. He will not come to you if you don't let him come to you too at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That if he's close to us every time, all the time.
That's right.
But if you don't seek for him, or if you don't permit him, you don't allow him to go into your heart and to really be there with him. Well, it means that he won't just get it in a bad way or in a
Belinda,
hard way.
you are absolutely right. I'm going to put my dear friend, Brother Escalon, on the spot. I'm going to say, in Romans chapter 8, 35 through 39, he gives us a list. The question is, what can separate us from the love of God? What can only separate us from the love of God, brother?
Just of ourselves.
Just ourselves.
With our attitudes and our way of see God.
Yeah, he goes, Paul makes it clear. He gives this whole list of things. This cannot separate you. This cannot separate you. This cannot separate us. The only thing that's left out of that list, us. You know,
Psalms 139 says about that, and remind us that God is with us.
God is with us. I love that song. I'm so glad you brought that up. And matter of fact, Gabriella and I was talking, and she was telling us, she reminded me, and I thought it was such appropriate, she reminded me of the story of Jonah. Remember the story of Jonah? Other than just being eaten by a big fish. Gabrielle, tell us what you was telling me.
Well, I see in Jonah the same example. He tried to run away.
Yeah.
He knew what he was told to do, but he felt fear. He said he felt by himself. And sometimes we don't remember that God is with us, and no matter what what is he sending to do, who are you going to speak to, he is with you, and he will speak through you. You have to believe that. We have to know that that God has a special purpose for us.
He does.
He's always in control.
Yeah, he's always in control.
I
And
love
he will
how-
give you grace.
Yeah, how Jonah ends. Remember, the storm comes, and they decide Jonah's the bad luck.
Yeah.
And so they throw him overboard. And Jonah has a change of heart. 3 days in the fish will do that to you. Yeah, has a change of heart. And then Jonah's, well, put on the beach in a very dramatic way.
Yeah.
But Jonah finally realizes that God really wants him to go to Nineveh. And what was the result?
the repentance of all these people.
The whole city
The whole
The whole
repented.
city.
That's the power of God.
Even the animals.
Even the animals. Yeah. It is amazing when we see God's power really at work with us. That's what we need to tell. We need to tell our children. We need to tell our neighbors. We need to tell our friends that God is near us. But He's not the God that is after you and ready to just send you straight to hell. God wants, actually, it tells us that God wants everyone to be saved, right? He wants all to be called to repentance, that none should perish. And that's the message that we should get out. Guys, I'm so glad to be with you.
Amen.
God
Amen.
bless you.
Amen, brother.
And let's go get something to eat.
Yeah, let's go. I'm hungry. How about
Change my heart, oh God. Change my heart, oh God. Make it ever true. Make it ever true. Change my heart, oh God.
Thank you for watching our vlog and spending some moments in His Word. We want to invite you to come and visit us or talk to us. If you have any questions about what you've seen, or if you have any Bible questions, you can always email us at churchofchristflagler@gmail.com, or go to our website at www.churchofchristflagler.com. Or better yet, if you're in Florida, come to Bunnell. It's a little bitty small town. Come to 400 North State Street and we would love to visit with you. But if you're in Honduras, come and visit one of these gentlemen's churches.
Gracias por ver el video y les invitamos también a la Iglesia de Cristo en la Esperanza en Cunucá. Puede ubicarnos en la página de Facebook como facebook.com/leca Iglesia de Cristo HN, pero también puede comunicarse al teléfono 504 96 94 43 20 de nuestro hermano Tomás y mi número personal el 504 97 99 21 14. Le esperamos. Estamos ubicados en el barrio El Tejar, 2 cuadras al sur, calle al Cementerio de la Esperanza. Puede guiarse a través de los rostros.
Agradecidos desde el fondo de nuestro corazón por prestarnos su atención. Gracias en el nombre del Señor. Estamos en La Ceiba, en la avenida principal San Isidro, en el edificio Cosmocentro. Desde allí le damos una cordial bienvenida. Por favor, si tiene preguntas, estamos a sus órdenes, podemos responderles. Nuestro teléfono 9746-8441. Nuestro correo electrónico rescalonh@yahoo.com. Dios les bendiga.
No matter what, wherever you're at, if there is a Church of Christ around you, there are people there willing and wanting to study with you and to help you find your path with God. God bless you, and thank you for watching.
Are we teaching the truth in love? Telling it like it is. Are we holding pure motives, showing that we care? Are we teaching